when to use key up and key down. What is difference between key up, key down, and key press? Generally, I already showed you key up and key down. Key down will not return key codes. They will not return key codes. So if any interaction is related to key codes, better to use which one? Key press. If you are dealing anything related to characters, then you have to use key up or key down, right? For example, in this example, so here when user is typing password, suppose user is typing password, then while typing password, if accidentally capital letter is on, then it should display says caps on. So how do we know capital letter is on while typing? So we can get the code of every character and verify. So here key up, key down is not good because key up, key down cannot return key codes. So they are not good with codes. If anything is related to codes, then we have to define by using a key press. So what we have to do here on press, verify password, into that we will pass the current key code, which they typed code. How to pass the key code? We have event, and these are two arguments, this and event. So event will send all key related details. So we have to collect that event in the verify password function event. Now what we can do is, so no need of collecting the password now. Every character they have typed, we can just verify, and we will display message in password message. So we will use one more. Suppose roughly I will put a link relation style sheet href is equal to, so node modules bootstrap icons. So in that font icons.css, here we will do one thing. In the password message, here we will put a span class bi exclamation triangle. Where is triangle? Yeah, exclamation triangle, and here we will put warning caps on, like this. That is the warning caps on, and we will hide that. Here we will put or okay, then it will be gold like this, and we need to hide it. So we will use display none, so it is not displayed. So when to display? When any capital letter is entered. So its id is password message. We will access password message is equal to document dot get element by id password msg. So here we will write a condition. If event dot that is key code, but one problem is there. Key code, generally keyboard related some properties are, we have keyboard event properties. In event properties we have key code, character code, which, shift key, control key, and alt key. These are the event properties we are having. So key code, character code, which all three are similar. Then why difference? Because this key code is the actual key code. Character code is some keys don't have characters. For example, if I press caps lock, num lock, those don't have characters. They don't type anything. Space, escape, they don't type anything. For such keys, it cannot return code. What char code can do? It can return code only for keys which return characters. For others, it cannot. Key code can return for every key, but some keys it cannot recognize. Why? Because some keyboard layouts are different. Suppose you see Apple keyboard, Mac, Apple keyboard will be little bit different. You will not have a control key. So you will have a CMD command key. So which is good, which is used for all types of keyboards. But we don't know which keyboard user will be using. So that is the reason we have to verify both key code as well as which. For some keys, which is good. For some keys, key code is good. I already told you now, compatibility issues will be there. Compatibility issues means every keyboard, everywhere JavaScript is not same. Some browsers it will not work. Similarly, some keyboards it cannot recognize. That is the reason better always use two. One is key code, another one which. That means what you have to do. Event.keycode is greater than or equal to 65. And you can use another option. And what is it? Event.keycode is less than or equal to 90. That means capital letter is on. You can use or. Another option, what you can do, event dot you can use which is greater than or equal to how much? 60. Why you need this? Because we don't know which keyboard they use. I already told you, if you remembered, CSS plugins are there. WebKit, MOZ. For writing one effect, we need 4 times to write. Why? Because which browser user uses, we don't know. That is the reason. Actually, which is not required. But later in some advanced technologies, key code will not work. You have to use which. That is the reason you should know both. So here I am using just key code. So, and if it is that, then what should happen? Password message dot style dot display. Display we will put it as block. Otherwise, what we will do? Password message dot style dot display, we will keep it to none. These two we will define. Now you can see when I am typing, then it is normal, so there is no problem here. But suddenly capital letters ons, it will show the message. So caps is on. I remove the 10 type, again normal. Again capital letter is on, immediately it shows caps is on. So that is to verify. If you are verifying codes and you are dealing with codes, better always use which event on key press, right? Key up, key down are good when you are dealing with characters, So these are keyboard events. So this is one example for that. Okay. So in this, one point extra you need to know is key up, key down. These two are good for verifying characters. This is good for, so this is good for verifying character code. These are the two things. So we have mouse events. Another one is keyboard events. Next, we have in the events category, we have one more is clipboard events. Clipboard events. Actually, clipboard and I will say clipboard events selection. Is but clipboard means generally that is the technical term. For example, what is the meaning of copy? In computers, we have a copy command. What is the meaning of copy? Copy
Recording in
actually, suppose
progress.
one example I will tell you. Suppose in anywhere in computer, you copied a OTP or PIN number. After copying that some PIN OTP or something, copy. After copying, you used it, you went. If somebody if he paste, then previous person's copied information will come. Am I right? Do you know how to delete it? How to delete the previously copied content? Because before leaving the computer, you can't leave it like that because anybody can come and paste and see what you copied. So there is in your computers, you will have a clipboard. You will have clipboard settings. You can go to clipboard settings. In the clipboard settings, you will find. So in the clipboard settings, you see clipboard history on off. And here you will find clear clipboard data. If you put clipboard history off or on, that means even you shut down also it will be there. So if you use this shared across devices, you can copy here, you can paste in your mobile. Shared devices also it will be available. Right? That means that type of facilities are available. We don't know this much of operating system. That is why. Otherwise, lot of things will be in operating system. And you see there is an option clear. That means when you click clear, anything copied will be deleted. So whenever you are doing some copy paste transactions with some private data, before leaving the computer, clear this clipboard and go away. If you don't need to shut down, because if you shut down, that's okay, because this clipboard will automatically clean whenever you shut down. Otherwise, you have to do. So the meaning of cut, copy, paste is nothing but cut means what happens. Clipboard means on cut. Cut means what? It removes the content and puts it on clipboard. Copy means what? On copy. On copy means it will keep the content and copy to clipboard. On paste. On paste means whatever present in clipboard it will insert. So all these are related to clipboard. So cut is nothing but remove from remove current selection, and keep on clipboard. That is what actually. And generally, on cut means it will define what actions to perform when anybody cuts. Cut, copy, paste. Because these days we are using a lot of mobiles, and in mobiles they given shortcuts like just long press on anything, then it will be copied. Now sometimes you think copied and went to some location and paste. It's not pasting, because unfortunately it not copied. How to show the status, copied or not, removed or not? Then generally you see all these mobile people show messages like copied, right? When you use, they will give a message copied. That means you can tell what actions to perform when anybody cuts, when anybody copies, when anybody pastes. For that we need these options. So just you can write like this. Suppose you see, roughly I will give text area and data definition input. So just I'm using text area. I will do one thing here. I will say some comments. Okay. And here we have rows. Rows is 4 and calls is some 40. And here we are writing. So another data definition will keep id as status. Okay, so on cut, we have on cut, and on cut is equal to cut. On copy is equal to copy. So on paste is equal to paste, like this. So what we have to do on cut, copy, paste, some actions we have to write. So simply clipboard on function on cut. So for that we have cut. Okay, right. So document dot query selector and status dot inner html. So removed and placed on clipboard, like this. Removed and placed on clipboard, that is the message. Same we will copy. This is for copy. For copy we have to say copy to clipboard, copied to clipboard. And we have paste. So that is inserted on clipboard. So inserted from clipboard. From clipboard, just this messages we are giving. Now if I type anything here, so welcome to JavaScript something, I selected this and I right click and say copy, then it says copied. What is problem? Status id na get element by id, element by id. Okay, so get element by id. So get element by id. Okay, now we are typing something, welcome to JavaScript, and I selected this and right click on cut, then it says remove. I inserted, then it says inserted from clipboard. I selected this and copy, then it says copy to clipboard. Just the status messages it will display. Even you use your shortcut keys, it will work. Now in interviews, so this is a simple thing, but in interviews many times they ask this question. The frequently asked question is how to disable cut, copy and paste on page, because generally some private data is present. Bank and all these people, they don't allow to cut, copy or anything. In that case, even one more option is there, like how to disable right click also. Right click also, that means many websites says you can't right click. So if you disable right click, cut, copy, shortcuts will not work, menu will not work, but shortcut will work. Shortcut also should not work. Then what we have to do, we have to write cut, copy and paste. If you disable right click, half finish. That means, see, suppose not only disable right click, and same how to disable selection also. How to disable selection, because if they can't select, how they can copy? That is the point, right? So actually now recently screenshots also coming. For that mobile programming is required. For that mobile programming is required. Little bit mobile events are required for screenshots and capturing, right? These are related to selection and all. Suppose see here, I'm keeping some just another page I will give here. I will add another page, some disable .html. Here we define. So here we'll keep a heading that this page is secured. You cannot right click or copy something. Currently it is working. You can see currently we can select. Currently we can right click. All are working. But see how to disable. Actually, to disable, so we have options on context menu. This is for right click. On context menu is for right click. On selection start, this is for selection. This is for selection. And on cut, on copy, and on paste. On paste. These are related to clipboard. Clipboard. What we need to do, just simply one simple option what we have to perform here is on context menu. Simply, if you want to disable, so to disable any event, you can set to false. You can set to false for return type. You can set to false for return type. Then automatically those functions will not work. Set to false for return type means here we will see. Here one more problem will come actually. Generally in this what should happen? Suppose selection, where selection? That means entire page. So sometimes we have head section, body section. That is the reason in document wherever they right click, in document wherever they select, we need to disable. So two techniques are there. You can write in body, or simply what happens in the script, you can write like this: document dot event name. Event name is on context menu is equal to, it's a function. What this function have to return false. Or you can write in another way, on body load, on context menu, return false. That means actually what we write here, on context menu. You write a function name, means f1 something. On that function, what you have to do, return false. It's lengthy. Simply what you can do, simply you can say document, means whenever page ready, automatically right click is disabled. You see. So we will do one more. Before returning pass, we will put an alert saying that right click disabled on this page. This message we are giving. Okay. Now see, when user right clicks, it says right click disabled. Okay, right click is not working. I am trying to select is working, but right click is not working. It says right click is disabled. Selection also should not work. Then same, document dot on selection start, on select start, on select start function. What is the function? Return false. On select start, you see I'm selecting now, it's not working. I'm trying to select, it's not working. It's not working. That means selection is also not working. It's not working. So right click is not working, selection is not working. Then there is less chances of copy. If you want to enable selection, disable cut copy also same. What you have to do, simply you have to write, you can write another way, I will show you. Here you can write on cut. On cut you can simply put return false. Instead of writing a function, you can simply put like this. So on copy, so is equal to what? Return false. You can write a function and call it, or you can directly define return true or false. On paste, on paste is equal to return false. That's how we need to do. These are the basic things you need to understand to cut, copy and paste. So if anybody says how to disable right clicks, cut, copy, paste, simple technique is, on that particular event you need to set to return false. Example, I will keep you this. This is the example for that. These are all related to what events? These are all related to clipboard events. So we have mouse events, we have keyboard events and clipboard events. Another important in the events, we have one more which already we learned, element state events. Element state events means we have on focus, we have on blur, actually on select, on change. This all comes under element state. Change means whenever value changes, select whenever user selects. So blur means lose the focus. Focus means gets the focus. Example already I showed you na? On blur example we learned, on change also we learned. So on select, just now you see, you saw on select, start select. On focus, focus is nothing but, suppose when user keeps the cursor there, suppose we have any previous example, suppose key demo. Yeah, in this what happens, when user clicks in, I want to show some message. On blur, want to show some message. Then what you can do here, what we are doing, so I will just keep a data definition and ID as user MSG. Already it is there, na? Yeah, we'll do one thing then. So we will just keep an option like, we will write the event. What is the event? On focus. On focus, so say show message, we will write a function called show message. That means here function show message. So document dot get element by ID user MSG dot inner HTML is equal to name max 10 characters. Like this we define roughly. That means now what happens when I click inside, it will show the message. Again on blur, it should lose the focus. That already we know that. For that what we have to do, we have to use an event called on blur. On blur, that means hide MSG like this. Now what we can do is hide message. Here we will write empty. It will not show anything. That means you click inside, it will show the message, and remove, it will hide. Hide MSG. Okay, right. Hide MSG. Now you click inside, it is showing the message. You click outside, it will hide. And we already learned, after clicking outside, if name is not entered, then show a message name required. Already previous examples I given. So the change event also for drop down slider we learned EMI calculator. There which event we have used change change. So EMI calculator, sliders, and drop down changing, all these events we have learned. So there is nothing new here. Already we discussed these events. Just I will give you one option. So what is the focus means? Focus means when element gets a focus. So when element lost focus, right? In selection means when user selects. So change means when value changes. We can use for different types of options. Here one question asked is, already others we learned. The question is how to set focus for any element dynamically. That is the message, that is the question regularly asked. How to set focus for element? That is common actually. Many times people say that I entered first field. After I finished the first field, automatically it should go to second. Generally, when it will go to second, when I press tab key, when we press tab key, it will go to second field. No, when it is satisfied, automatically it should go to second field without tab key. That's simple. Actually, we have by using focus method. We have a focus method. By using that focus method, we can do that. That means for any element we can do that. So suppose you see I am typing here. Just roughly I will give here user ID, password are there. Suppose I am typing user ID. User ID is available. So I typed suppose some name, and after that what should happen? If it is satisfied, if user ID is satisfied, automatically it should go to the second field. It should go to the second field. That's simple. Let's put a new page for you. So here we will give a new one, focus HTML. Okay, so here I am defining pages. So one is data list, data term. So this is username, and here we have input type is equal to text, ID as user name. Another data term is password. So data definition is input type is equal to password, ID as PWD. Okay, now what should happen when user is typing? On key up we will use verify name. Now what should happen here is where username function first, that is verify name. So where username, we will collect the username. Document get element by ID. What is it? Username. Username dot value. Now if username dot length is greater than 10, username length is greater than 10, what should happen? That's simple condition. Now we need to get document get element by ID. Get element by ID. What is it? So password dot focus. We have a focus method. We need to set focus. This focus method will set focus to any element. It can be drop down, it can be checkbox, it can be text box. Anywhere you can set focus. Greater than 10, set focus automatic. Let's see now. I am typing the name here. So username. Currently cursor is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then automatically should get focus. It should get focus to the 10 display. When it reaches, automatically it get focus. So that means You are typing 10 characters, actually it will automatically get focused there. So you can do one more thing. If it greater than 10, immediately what you can do, document get element by id, document sorry, yeah, document dot get element by id. What you can do, username, username dot disabled, disabled equal to true. That will be simple, because you can't type more than 10 now, right? So we are giving greater than, that means it should take 11. We say greater than equal, then it will take 10. Otherwise, until you enter the 11th one, it will go. Okay. Now you see, I am entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Immediately it disables. It disables this, and automatically cursor will go to the next. We can set focus to any element like that. That is simply done by using this. This is example. These are all related to what event focus, right? These are all related to focusing. So these are element state related events, right? Next important, so another event is here, and another simple event is we have called timer events. Timer events already we discussed. One discussed we, actually what is that, in dates we have learned set interval. Set interval one, another one clear interval, another one set timeout, another one is clear timeout. These are timer events. Set timeout interval difference is nothing but, just I will give you one simple interval. I already showed you when we learned about date picker. This one, date demo. Yeah. In this example, we learned time is ticking. How time is ticking every second. For that, we used an option called set interval. Where is body load? Body load set interval. We used that already. Actually, so one small point here I will show you. Suppose I'm giving a timer.html. Yeah. See, in this example, suppose we have a heading. Here we have a heading. Just a heading. Okay. Align we will keep to center. Now here on body on load, on load is equal to body load. Now here I am defining script. So function body load. Okay. Let's create some messages. So function msg1 document dot query selector. It will get the heading. In that inner HTML, we will put hello. So that is message 1. Second message 2. Now, how are you? How are you? Okay. So, and next, another message 3. So here we have, so welcome to JavaScript something. Now 3 messages are displayed in same heading. I am calling first message 1 on body load, message 2 on body load, and message 3 on body load. 3 messages I am calling on body load. Now it is going to display last message. What about other 2 messages? Have they displayed? They displayed, but we are unable to see them because it was so fast that our eye cannot catch them. So that means all 3 executed, but it was so fast in overwriting that our eye cannot catch that speed. Due to that, it feels like only last one is printed. First printed immediately, second printed immediately, third. But if any set of tasks are performed at very high speed like this, and you are giving more tasks again and again, then it leads to hang up. That means your computer or phone hangs up because you are giving lot of tasks and it is unable to manage. Then what we can do is, even user gives the tasks immediately, we can keep the task wait for few seconds. For example, you see many websites, you see downloading some songs, downloading some videos. You might have observed, after you given 3 4 downloads, it says please wait until the previous one completed, then only next one will start. You can give 20 downloads at a time, but only 3 or 4 will be downloading, others will be waiting. That is done by using an option called timeout. Timeout indicates how much time it should keep that particular task sleeping. That means it will hold the task and release after the time. How much time it should hold message one. So I will give here set timeout, set timeout, which message msg1. How much time it should hold in the process? It should hold 3 seconds in the process. 3 seconds means 3000 milliseconds. Similarly, another one, others also, right? So, and here it will be 5000. 5000 means after 3002. It doesn't means because all messages are loaded at a time, but according to time they are released into process. All are loaded at a time. That means all messages. Another message is message 3. I will give here 8000 milliseconds. That means what is the meaning of this? All are loaded at a time, but after 3 seconds, first one will be released. After 5 seconds, second. After 8 seconds, third. That means within 8 seconds, complete process is finished. But so after 3 seconds, how many seconds gap between 3 and 2? First one and second one, 2 seconds. It doesn't means that 5 seconds after 3. It means that all are loaded at a time into memory. They are released according to time. So that what is advantage? You refresh now and see. Now you can clearly see first message. After that you can see second message. After that you can see third message. That means we can delay the process. How we can delay the process? By using what? Time. Set timeout. Before it is executed, you can clear it from memory if you want. You can use clear timeout. Clear timeout means before it is executed, you can clean it from memory so that it is not completed. So it is not executed. That means all 3 are loaded. First one executing, second one you don't want, then you can clear. When you clear, it will ignore the second one, it will go to the third. So for that, what you can do, suppose temporarily I'm keeping a button here. So clear second, right? I will put here, so button on click. Button on click is equal to clear, clear, clear click. Okay, just I will write a function here, clear click. So on clear click, what should happen? On clear click, what should happen? I will first, these 3 are loaded into memory. How to access them? They need a reference name. I will use var msg1, msg2 or msg3. And these are variables. Here we will keep var msg1 is equal to that function. So not var required, directly msg1. msg2 is equal to this message. msg3 is equal to that message. Now you can see now when I first message is there, second message is there, third message is also there. I'm not clicking, so it will not clear. Let's refresh. First message is there. Before second message executed, I clicked it. Then we have to write clear click. Clear click, which one to clear? Clear timeout. Clear timeout. Which one? MSG2. Okay. Now see, first message is there. After that, clear. Second will not come. Directly it will come to third, because second message is cleared from the memory. So if you don't click the button, second also will come. That means second message also coming. If I click the button now, after displaying, you click clear, nothing will happen. Before it is executed, you have to click on clear, then it will display, right? That is basically done by using this timeout. That is timeout. Similarly, we have interval. See carousel na? In carousel, what happens? Automatically every few seconds, image changes, slide changes. Such things we can design by using timeouts. That we'll see tomorrow, right? Tomorrow normal timing as usual, regularly will start, right? Tomorrow we'll continue with this. Okay.